a second. Oh, man. We don't have the clapper. Be quiet, Marge. I'm clapping. Oh, boy. Simpsons references from... I don't even remember which episode that was. Maddie, alternate plan. We each take a point and go to Encore. Lights are on over there, anyways.
You want to go play in the parking lot?
No, I know. Like, that's what we're waiting on, honestly.
We're not in June anymore.
Wait, what? They're coming. Okay, cool. Ah, there it is. Afraid you.
They didn't think I'd have to write out a lineup.
Yeah.
Jen got a picture of it. Tucker, Jen got a picture of it.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you. She'll make them.
Sure.
Win a title or two?
Oh, man. Can't even get the last regular season game going without some kind of hitch, right? From Maplewood Field at Malden Catholic High School in Malden, Mass., this is the regular season finale of Blue Sox Baseball here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network on YouTube. Tonight, it's the Lexington Blue Sox with a record of 13-11, third in the ICL, visiting the Sabertooth Expos with a record of 19-5, first in the ICL. Good evening, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story after a delay as we waited for the lights to turn on here at Maplewood. Metzorf getting his warm-up pitches in for the Expos. This is a game that means absolutely nothing in terms of the standings. The playoff seedings have been set, but you can never discount momentum and getting your reps in going into the playoffs. The Blue Sox are going to be the 3 seed. They will be taking on the Chiefs in one semifinal, and the Expos will be the 1 seed, and they will face the winner of the 4-5 game tentatively scheduled for Sunday between the Americans and the Mad Dogs. But you talk about momentum and getting hot going into the playoffs. Right now, these two teams are the hottest teams in the ICL. One of them is going to end the season on a big winning streak, as that is in there for strike one to Ernie Little to start our game at 8:07. 0-1 is the count to Ernie. Ball one. This is the restart of a game between the Blue Sox and the Expos that was washed out by a monsoon. And with one on the top of the second, 2 weeks ago Friday, bunt single attempt, and Ernie is going to reach as the throw is out of the reach of the first baseman, Angelo Colucci. The original plan for that game 2 weeks ago, Friday, was for this to be resumed in the top of the second, but that was the Expos and Blue Sox agreed to just restart and play a whole new game. And Ernie Little is aboard to start the ball game, and here is V. Desai getting the start at shortstop. In there for strike one. Blue Sox have won 5 in a row. Expos have won 4 in a row. Entering play tonight with the Expos' last loss being to the Blue Sox. Desai with a towering pop-up behind short and caught for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down, and here is Julian Alvarez getting the start in right field tonight. Alvarez, a career year this season with the Blue Sox, but hoping for even more in the postseason and maybe another ring. He lines this one the other way, past Colucci into right field for a base hit. Matt Karras is going to put the brakes on a little at third as the famous turf here at Maplewood, or maybe the infamous turf, depending on how you look at it, ricochets the ball into the right fielder's glove rather quickly. And so I would have set up a easy opportunity to fire a laser home and maybe nail Little. But Alvarez is aboard, and that'll be Jake Elberry, the third baseman. First baseman, rather. He has gotten starts at third most of this season, but got the start first last night and tonight. He grounds this one foul as Colucci fielded it for strike one. Elberry with a couple nights ago had a towering home run. Excuse me, last night he had the towering home run. The Mad Dogs tried to tempt him inside with a middle-in fastball. First time pulled it foul. Second time, no such luck for the Mad Dogs, and he big 3-run home run. That ended up being the difference in a 6-3 win. He grounds this one to the right side, fielded second to the shortstop for one, and it's bobbled on the transfer. They'll get the out on Alvarez, but Little will score, and it is 1-0 Blue Sox. So Alvarez is retired for 6. Can't assume a double play there. So it's a fielder's choice and an RBI for Elberry. And that'll be Eric LeBrose getting the start in center field tonight. Swings and misses at a pitch at his eyes for strike one. Give the full lineups for both teams as soon as we can, filling stuff in kind of on the fly here. So that's down the pipe for strike two. Fouled off. Good job by LeBro to go down and make contact with that one to stay alive. Metzdorf delivers. Fouled off. Still 0-2. 1-0 our score here on the top of the first. Regular season finale for both teams. One other game going on in the ICL tonight. The Mad Dogs are visiting the Americans. A preview of the 4-5 game, which again is scheduled for Sunday. It's official, a 7:45 first pitch Sunday night at Morelli. Down low for ball one. 1-2 to LeBro. LeBro fouls that one off the other way, staying alive. Fouled off. So he fell behind 0-2 rather quickly, but then fouled off a tough one down and in. Took a close one for a ball. Now fouls off another one, and LeBro asking DJ for some help here picking out a bat. One, two again. Swing and a miss, strike three, and the side is retired. The Blue Sox get one run on 2 hits, 1 error, and leave one through half an inning. Blue Sox 1, Expos coming up. Angelo Colucci's, excuse me, Colucci, one of the co-managers of the Expos. Sorry, folks. Idleson Taveras flies out on one pitch to center. One up, one down. Had Colucci still in my mind for because I just wrote down his spot in the lineup on in my scorebook here. But Taveras flies out on the first pitch of the bottom of the first for out number one. Chris Wannett on the mound for the Blue Sox. Kebler Peralta to the plate. And he will take strike one on the outside corner. He's ahead 0-2. Wannett making his 8th appearance of the season. Only 1-0 with a 2.30 ERA. Grounded to the left side. Charged at third by Walsh. On to first. 2 down. And here is Andrew Mazzoni to try and keep the line moving. I would say he's back in action after only appearing in 3 games last year. 2021, he had a 1415 OPS. This year, 1371, 4 doubles, 6 homers, 26 RBIs. This is 22nd out of a possible 25 games. Wannett delivers. And hit the inside corner, even though it wasn't secured by the catcher, Joe Auger, for a strike. 2-1. How do we ever count? Three and 1. Paulino due up next if we get that far. As that's fouled on the screen for a full count. Wannett last appeared on June 28th. July 28th, rather. Fouled straight back. Went 4 to third innings, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, only 1 of which was earned. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts against the Bulldogs. For that, last pitch on July 5th against the Expos, going 4 innings, allowing 5 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and 1 home run. Line the other way and down for a base hit going towards the corner. Acosta picks it up, fires it into second, and Mazzoni will be held to a hard hit single, but never discount the power of a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Here's Leon Paulino, the left fielder. The tying run aboard at first. The first 2 were retired relatively easily. Wannett comes set, delivers on the outside corner for strike 1. Outside for ball 1 to even the count. Leon's playing his 21st game. 281, 354, 596 the slash line, 3 doubles, 5 homers, 17 RBIs. 2-1. The Expos have 5 players in double-figure RBIs, including Mazzoni with 26, Paulino, Cloutier, and Consigli each with 17, and Cazada with 12, but a swing and a miss there by Paulino to even the count at 2. Just missed, and another full count. So Mazzoni will be on the move with this pitch with Ryan Cloutier due up next. Payoff pitch. popped up, foul over towards the third base side. Now to play. We'll do it again. Want it hunched over, looks at first, comes set. And the payoff pitch again. Just missed for ball 4, first and second. Just missed off the outside corner. And here is Ryan Cloutier, the right fielder. Tying run now in scoring position for the Expos, and that is in there for strike 1. Cloutier slashing .393, .524, .590, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 17 RBIs, and 17 walks. But he is right now behind 0-2. One has gotten to 2 strikes with each of the last 2 hitters, but let him off the hook with a base hit and a walk on a couple of 3-2 pitches. But that will be on the outside corner for strike 3 called, and this side is retired. So Wannick gets out of that little mini jam, and after 1 complete, still 1-0 Blue Sox. We go to the top of the second. Joe Auger, Junior Barber, and Nick Solitro due up here in the top half for the Blue Sox as Auger is able to take ball 1 here. Now we got time called, and I guess it's just the lights from the car behind the left field fence. That's just what we're waiting for that person to take care of. And yeah, there often end up being, some distractions or people who are distracted. Like literally people coming on the field not aware of the whole entire baseball game that's going on in front of them. A few years ago, some guy's riding his bike around the outfield. 2-0 the count to Auger. Dan Metzdorf winds and delivers. Just missed. Ball 3 to Joe Auger. The Blue Sox starting catcher. Outside for a 4-pitch walk to begin the top of the second, and that is the 8th walk Auger has drawn this season. Only a .211 hitter, but That'll up his .444 on base percentage to go along with 2 doubles, but no RBIs. So the leadoff man aboard, and here is Junior Barber in the extra hitter role. And he takes strike 1. The full batting order for the Blue Sox, by the way. Ernie Little at second, V. Desai at short, Julian Alvarez in right, Jake Elberry at first, Eric LeBreau in center, Joe Auger behind the plate, Junior Barber is the EH, Nick Solitro is the DH, Brian Acosta is in left, and Dylan Walsh rounds out the lineup at third. You know, I saw Chris Wannett on the mound. We'll give you the full Expos batting order in just a little bit, as that is in there for strike 2. Dan Metzdorf, the starting pitcher, the lefty, for the Expos. Metzdorf making his 3rd appearance of the season. Last one came against the Blue Sox on July 26th. Went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, walked 1, and struck out 2. Throw back to first, and Auger is back safely. Also hit 1 batter. His first appearance of the season against Malden on July 18th. Took the loss in 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Fouled off the Blue Sox dugout. Again, the outcome of this game won't impact the standings. Playoff seeding's locked in. Play-in game for the Mad Dogs and Americans Sunday night, 7:45 first pitch at Morelli. Another throw back to first, a little closer this time, but they got him. Bit of a stunned reaction from Auger there, but the Andy Pettit-esque pickoff move from Metzdorf nabs Auger. Not really much of a base stealing threat anyways, is Joe, but he is retired for out number 1. Now a 1-2 count to Barber. Still got to be on your toes, even in a game at the end of the season that has no bearing on the playoffs, because, you know, if the Blue Sox are going to win the Intercity League championship again, I mean, first they'll have to go through the Chiefs, their arch rivals, and then they may have to go through these guys again if the Americans or the Mad Dogs don't shock the world in the semifinals. So you got to be on top of it here against, you know, the best team in the league, looking to win their 20th game of the season, and would be the only team in the league this year with 20 wins. The 2-2 again is missed for ball 3. Like a good spot close to the knees. I guess it was a little below, and then it nutmegged Sammy Steed. I mean, better that Luvio didn't hang on to that one anyway, as Barber is granted time. That's strike 3. Barber might get to first there. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Well, there you go. Sometimes those calls can be a blessing in disguise. Saw that a couple of times recently for Blue Sox opponents, even though the Blue Sox ended up winning those games, especially the Bulldogs. But Barber is retired. 2nd strikeout for Metzdorf. And here is Solitro taking strike 1 on the outside corner. Solitro in the DH slot tonight. Metzdorf delivers. Can't hit the inside corner. 1-1. Solitro playing his 4th game of the season. He is 1 for 5 with 1 RBI and 2 strikeouts. And he is behind 1-2. His only hit, Solitro, the season came in his Blue Sox debut. Season debut back on July 13th against the Chiefs. Fouls that one off at the plate. I mean, even if the Blue Sox, don't win this game, one thing that can provide a little bit of comfort to Blue Sox fans, if they get past the Chiefs and they face the Expos in the finals, they are the only team this year to hang multiple losses on the Expos. The Expos are X-1 or X-0 against everyone else in the ICL. That being 4-1 or 5-0, but Blue Sox have gotten 2 wins so far, and wow, Salitro somehow coaxes out a walk there, the second walk of the inning. I don't know, does Metzdorf feel he's getting squeezed? I mean, Sammy Steed, if he got those calls on the mound, if he got those for strikes, he'd be happy with it. Hall of Fame pitcher in the NCL. Blue Sox for a good portion of his career. He's fouled off for strike 1 to Brian Acosta. Acosta had a bunt single last night. He is slashing 229, 289, 257 with 1 double and 5 ribbies. Bugaboo for him has been the strikeout. Struck out 13 times compared to only 2 walks. And he's just barely able to foul that one off there for strike 2. Acosta's tied for the second most strikeouts on the team with Ernie Little behind Julian Alvarez and another pickoff attempt, but Salitro is safe. But Little struck out 13 times in 66 at-bats, and Alvarez struck out 16 times in 61 at-bats. Runner goes, and it's on the outside corner for strike 3. Called, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Through 2, still one, through buck and a half, rather. Still 1-0 Blue Sox. So we'll go to the bottom of the second. Here's the full Expos batting order. Elsa Taveras in center, followed by Kevlar Peralta at third. Andrew Mazzoni's at DH. Leon Paulino is in the left. Ryan Cloutier is in right. Angelo Colucci is at first. Michael Oliveira is at short. Michael Oliveira is at second, rather. Jose Paulino is at short. And Dylan Luvia rounding out the lineup behind the plate. Dan Metzdorf on the mound. Chris Juan on the mound for the Blue Sox. Wanted again make his 8th appearance of the season. He is 1-0. Only win coming all the way back on opening night against the Bulldogs on 3 innings with no hits or runs allowed, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts in that double play he induced. His very first pitch as a Blue Sox. Won over a good number of fans, I'm sure. 24 to third innings. He has allowed 25 hits, 11 runs, 8 of which are earned. Walked 3 and struck out 20. The strikeout to walk ratio, very good. All right, surrendered only 1 home run this season. That was to the Expos on July 5th. He's hit 2 batters and thrown 1 wild pitch. Has gone at least 4 innings in each of his last 5 appearances with a season high 4 to third against the Bulldogs on July 28th. A swing and a miss for strike 1 to Angelo Colucci, who earlier this season against the Blue Sox hit his first home run in 5 years. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Colucci is ahead 2-1. He's slashing 234, 390, 298 with that 1 home run being his only extra base hit of the season to go along with 4 ribbies and 9 walks, 9 strikeouts. On a hop to Walsh at third, on to first. 1 up, 1 down. So Colucci is retired. And here is Michael Oliveira. Sorry, Angelo, I couldn't speak another home run into existence for you. That power's only reserved for Ross. If I did, you owe me a steak dinner, all right? 1-0 the count to Oliveira. Skies this one into center field. LeBreau, 2 down. So it'll be up to Jose Paulino. Expos kept the inning alive with a single and 3-2 pitch by Mazzoni and a 3-2 walk by Paulino after the first two retired in the bottom of the first, but Cloutier struck out looking to end that threat. Paulino takes up and away, 4-1. Inside in his 2-0. Jose Paulino playing his 23rd of a possible 25 games, slashing 176, 369, 196, 1 double, and 8 ribbies and 16 walks. 2-1 the count. 1-0 our score here in the bottom of the second. Blue Sox on top. RBI on a fielder's choice hit into by Elberry, the difference right now. On the outside corner, 4 strike 2 to even the count. 2-2, 2 out, bottom of the second. But not 2 runners on, so manifest excursion mode not activated. Grounded foul, wide of third, remains 2-2. Score's not 2-2 either, just 1-0. Lined into center field, LeBreau coming in, will drop in front of him for a base hit. So again, gets the Expos down their final strike of the inning, but they're able to keep the inning alive. Another 2 strike, 2 out base hit. Mazzoni had one last inning. Now let's see what Luvio can do here. Runner on first, 2 down. Luvio the catcher. Pops this one foul for strike 1. Luvio slashing 333, 444, 533 with 3 doubles but no ribbies. 3 of his 5 hits have been doubles. Slide step and a pop-up into shallow center, and it drops. Little went out. LeBreau and Alvarez were also converging, but nobody got it. So the inning, again, continues after the first 2 were retired, and the third batter had 2 strikes on him. And now the lineup turns over for Taveras. Bermuda Triangle in center field as opposed to down the lines here. And that's on the outside corner for strike 1 to Taveras, who flew out to center his first time up in the first. Wannett looks at second and comes home with it. Here we go again, 2 strikes. Can he put him away this time? Taveras has some pop. Pretty much everyone on the Expos roster does. Hits that one foul off the facing of the Expos dugout. Remains 0-2. Paulino at second, Luvio at first. Fouled off again. The Expos are out hitting the Blue Sox to this point, 3-2. Singles by Little and Alvarez in the first, but singles by Mazzoni in the first, and back-to-back here by Paulino and Luvio. One looking in for the sign from Auger, comes set. The 0-2 again, here it is. Grounded to the right side. Little gobbles it up and on to first. And Taveras just gets halfway to the bag and says, nope, inning's over. I get it. We're through 2 complete. Still 1-0 Blue Sox.
looking for?
No, Rick Mangos is my cousin.
Oh, okay. No, he's here. He's just,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
somewhere in that sea of blue
Yeah.
and red over there.
Yep, I saw it.
Oh, is he the Blue Sox? Or the other team?
Yeah, which is his team?
Rick?
Yeah.
The Blue Sox.
No, okay.
Rick, the Blue Sox?
Yeah.
Has been for 30 years.
Yeah, we didn't
We don't get to too many of his games.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Got it, please.
We go to the top of the third. Dylan Walsh, Ernie Little, and V. Desai due up for the Blue Sox. And Walsh comes up empty. 4 strike 1. 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 left so far for the Blue Sox. That's hit the other way into foul territory, giving chase is Paulino, and it'll be strike 2. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left for the Expos through 2 innings. And time called. Sammy knows these hazards very well. Down and away. Ball 1. Only until just a couple of years ago, and that was a common hazard at center field as well, as they'll appeal. And he went around, says the base umpire, for strike 3. So Walsh is retired. 4th strikeout already for Metzdorf. 1 down. Only until a couple of years ago, lights beyond the outfield fence were also a hazard at center field, although it was down the right field line where a parking lot is. But now there's kind of a what's the opposite of opaque again? Is opaque the opposite of translucent? I don't know. 2-0. Not that smart, people. Little single, advanced to second on an error on the same play, and then scored the game's only run back in the first. But basically, there's a mesh wall. There's like mesh covering of the outfield fence at center field that was only installed just a couple of years ago, and it's dark blue with the logos of LHS, the Blue Sox, Lexington, Babe Ruth, and the Bulldogs, as Little gets plunked on the back foot with the curveball, and he is aboard for the second time. Not good to have your team leader in stolen bases and your leadoff hitter, and also a very good defender, get hit in the foot, but looks like he's okay to continue. Mark Leary over there at first, just to make sure he's okay to continue, and he is not showing too many ill effects at the very least. As here is V. Desai. But yeah, that mesh fence covering has the logos of LHS, the Blue Sox, the Bulldogs, and Lexington Babe Ruth. That's down and away for ball one, and it obscures, any lights that would be on from any cars that are facing the field in the parking lot just beyond the right field fence. Then again, when you got someone like Jake Elberry yeeting balls over that fence like he did the other night, why would you park there? Time up. I mean, home runs down that line, foul balls on Worthen Road. It's why I park where I park all these years. Needless to say, a guy like me needs the exercise too. 3-0. Julian Alvarez on deck. Inching off of first is Little. Don't think he's in a hurry to run here. 1-0 game at the top of the third. 3-1 the count. And you got a lefty at the plate. He's already picked off one runner. Maybe if the count gets a 3-2, he will, as he'll check his swing. And Sammy Steed says he went around. As Desai wanted to take a couple steps to first, but has to come back. 3-2. This never works out in the batter's favor when you try to do that. Runner goes, pitches down and away for ball 4. That time it did work out, I guess. Desai definitely thought about it. Was able to hold up well in time. Takes ball 4 on the curveball down and away. And now here's Julian Alvarez. As I mentioned, having a career year this season for the Blue Sox. And drives this one into left center field. This is going to hang up long enough, though, to be tracked down by the left fielder, Paulino. A great swing, a great sound off the bat, but that's not even getting out of Maplewood, alas. So loud fly out to left, or a line out to left. However you want to score it for Alvarez. He's now 1 for 2, and here is Elberry. And he hits this towering fly ball into right center field, and it will be caught by the center fielder, Taveras, for the out. That retires the side. So a couple of hard-hit balls on back-to-back pitches by your 3 and 4 hitters, but neither are able to bring home even one run, and we're through 2.5, still 1-0 Blue Sox. Yeah, Bruce.
Junior Pena.
New pitcher for the Blue Sox is Junior Pena making his third appearance of the season. He is 1-0, has not allowed a run in 2 innings. Allowed 2 hits, but no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Got the win on July 12th against the Americans and made another appearance against the Americans on July 18th. Each with an identical line of 1 inning with 1 hit, no runs, and 2 strikeouts. Takes over for Chris Wannett, who goes the first 2 innings, allows no runs on 3 hits with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Keller Peralta to lead things off against the new noodle. And Pena delivers. High for ball 1. Mentioned earlier that the Blue Sox are the only team to hang multiple defeats on the Expos this season, as this is lined up the middle for a base hit by Peralta. And remember this trend that I've pointed out basically this entire season since Bruce pointed it out to me. The Blue Sox and the Expos in their regular seasons, neither team has won consecutive games against the other in the regular season series dating back to 2021. Mazzoni takes ball 1. He had a 2-out single his first time up, and Peralta now 1 for 2 after his leadoff single. First time the Expos have gotten the leadoff man aboard. And remember, the Blue Sox won the last meeting between these two, so I don't know. You got your money on the Expos? With nobody out, a runner at first, and Andrew Mazzoni, maybe a front runner for ICL MVP. The top candidates, certainly, along with Alvarez, Teddy Juba at the plate. Runner goes, pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, throw to second. He is not in time, and able to pick up a stolen base is Peralta. He's in scoring position. The count is 2-1. Still a hitter's count here. Mazzoni. Tying run now in scoring position for the Expos. Mazzoni is now even in the count at 2-2. Trying to hold up his swing, but Sammy Steed got the strike call anyway. Pena peers in for the sign from Auger. Comes set, and now will step off. It's been the Blue Sox and the Expos the last 2 years in the ICL Championship Series. Won't be any different this year. Pena comes home with it, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Big first out there to retire Mazzoni with a runner in scoring position. So here is Leon Paulino, who took his base on a 3-2 pitch with Mazzoni at first, back in the first. Pena accepts the sign from Auger. Looks at second and comes home with it. Just missed the outside corner for ball 1. Two and 0. Desai and Little did not seem very concerned about Peralta at all. Oh, you might want to be concerned about Leon Paulino there. Maybe not. Caught by Alvarez, rifles it back into second. Tips his cap to the Blue Sox dugout for that seed back to second, even though Peralta is back safely, 2 down. Again with something that sounds good off the bat, but I think he might have broken his bat there. Paulino on that swing, now that I think about it. Two down for Cloutier. Fouls this one straight back. 4 strike 1. Cloutier struck out looking his first time up. Thank you. Okay. So Desai's out. All right. So just some late defensive changes just brought to my attention. Morgan Brown is now at short after V. Desai walked his last time up. So Morgan's in defensively, and I'm sure Pena would have liked to get a strike call on that one after Cloutier had to duck. But so it's Morgan Brown at short and batting in the 2 spot, and that was actually Eric LeBreau in right who threw that seed to second base, and he actually swapped positions with Alvarez. They'd have made that decision on their own. So it's Alvarez in center and LeBreau in right. Swing and a miss. And 2-2 is the count to Ryan Cloutier, struck out looking his first time up to end the first. And a foul tip into the mitt of Auger for strike 3. And the side is retired. 2 Ks in the inning for Junior Pena. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 left. Through 3, still 1-0, Blue Sox. First pitch of the inning, ground to short, backhanded there, on to first and off target. And Eric LeBreau is going to reach with an infield single. Blue Sox kind of spilling out from the dugout along the fence back there, but no further advance by LeBreau. Another infield single for the Blue Sox. Leadoff man aboard for LeBro. He's now 1 for 2. And here's Joe Auger. Led off the second with a walk. Third time in 4 innings. The Blue Sox have got the leadoff man aboard, and LeBro back safely. Auger looking down to Matt Karras in the third base coach's box for the signs here. Another throw, another quick pickoff move by Metzdorf. He got Auger with the Andy Pettit style move back in the second. That was more of just like a flat-footed throw. It's down away for a ball to Auger. 1-0 our score. It's still fielder's choice off the bat of Elberry, bringing home little the difference in this game. Fouled off. 1-1. Regular season finale here for both teams, and they will enjoy a few days off. As Rick DeAngelis and Alex Wojcik will remind you, that's essentially a 12-day weekend. Lined up the middle and through for a base hit, because you got Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, Friday. You got your Yogiisms and your Stengelis. How about the I don't know what the suffix I should add to DeAngelis is for stuff Rick says. I don't know. But anyways, more of a solid base hit there than than really anything else that the Blue Sox have hit tonight. I mean, probably the hardest hit ball side have been Alvarez and Elberry's flyouts last inning. The outside corner for strike 1 to Barber, who swung and missed at strike 3 his first time up in the second. He's got LeBro at second and Auger at first. The Blue Sox trying to extend their lead. Does not get time granted here. Does Barber as Metzdorf comes set and hold up. Now Metzdorf delivers down and in. Squirts away from Luvio, but no advance by the runners. The count is even at 1. Leadoff man on for the third time in 4 innings. They now have runners at first and second for the third time in 4 innings. Well, 2 runners on. Back in the first was runners at the corners for Alvarez's single. They had first and second last inning with 1 out, and then despite the nice efforts by Alvarez and Elberry, got nothing out of it. 1-2 to Barber. Downstairs, again, no advance by the runners, 2-2. The other night in the game against the Mad Dogs, I mean, you think back to the 3 runs that the Mad Dogs got in the top of the 6th with nobody out. When he entered that inning with the Blue Sox up 6-0. Kudos to the defensive work by the Mad Dogs catcher Ryan Rometta to smother a bunch of pitches in the dirt to, save Brian Pellrine from being charged with wild pitches, which would have advanced runners, further up the base into scoring position, or maybe even brought some home, and that game would have been out of reach by then. Never underestimate the blocking ability of a catcher, but this one gets away from Luvio, and finally up to third goes LeBro, and up to second goes Auger. So after all that praise for the defensive work of the catchers for the Blue Sox opponents, and get bit there. Remember, folks, if I could control the outcome of the game from what I say back here, they're not paying me nearly enough. Second and third, full count, nobody out, 3-2 to Barber. Here it is. Outside, and the bases are loaded. Bases loaded, nobody out. As Barber picks up a walk, and here is Salitro, who also drew a walk. Back in the second. Full windup from Metzdorf, and a curveball misses down and away. for ball one with LeBreau, Auger, and Barber. Not exactly most wheels on the Blue Sox roster, so I don't think you have to worry about, straight steal home or trying to squeeze play with a runner in motion necessarily, but it is 2-0 as Metzdorf winds and delivers down the pipe for strike one. And I get it. Drew a walk off him last time. Just saw Barber take ball four. Make him prove he can throw a strike to you. I get it. Grounded to third. He'll step on third for the first, out to second for two. They almost got an inning triple play, but instead it is a run scored. Oh, my. They almost got it, but they do get two outs. They almost got it. It was just inches away. If Salitro's coming out of the right-handed batter's box, the inning is over. But instead it's 2-0. And now Acosta fouls this one off for strike one. Wow. It was tailor-made. It was hit in the exact best spot you could have hoped for if you're the Expos. Right to Peralta, moving towards the bag to tag third for one, to second for the second out there, and they almost got him around the horn at first. That was grounded to first, and it's a fair ball, and Colucci steps on the bag, and bases loaded, nobody out, and the Blue Sox only get one out of it to extend their lead to 2-0. We're halfway home, but oh, how much bigger that inning could have been.
Rick. How are you, honey?
My cousin came to see us.
Yes, I
You
did.
didn't come to see me play. You're about 50 years too late to see me play.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hey, Rick. Tony,
Awesome.
how are you?
This is great.
Nice to see you.
Awesome.
Nice to be seen.
So fun.
Yeah.
Paulie didn't make it?
Apparently not.
Okay, I didn't see you.
How was your trainer today?
It was awesome. She's
There you
doing
go.
great. Really
Good.
is.
How's your knee?
Getting there, a little by little.
Tough getting young.
He's angry.
He's on the mound. Driscoll's catching, and Capella's second.
Episcopal's in a little spot in the batting order. It's the same spot as
Exactly. He's a wonderful player. How many? How many?
How many viewers? You care about this more than I do, man.
Just curious.
13 concurrent at the moment, 41 total.
41. High total 41.
41 is the total number of people who have come through tonight. Not nearly our biggest audience this season.
It doesn't mean anything, that's what.
Yeah, I know, right?
I could kill him.
Nate Hartley gets Angelo Colucci on one out on a ground out to the new second baseman, Anthony Piscatello. So Colucci is now 0 for 2, one pitch, one out here in the bottom of the fourth. And now here is Oliveira swinging at the first one, fouling it off for strike one. Oliveira's 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. So again, it's Nate Hartley on the mound. I'll give you his stats in a moment. Anthony Piscatello at second in Ernie Little's leadoff spot in the lineup. And Aiden Driscoll is behind the plate now for the Blue Sox. So your defense right now is as follows. Left to right in the outfield, Acosta, Alvarez, and LeBreau. As pop foul into the screen, 1 and 2. Third to first in the infield is Walsh, Brown, Piscatello, and Elberry. And Driscoll catching Auger. Driscoll replacing Auger and catching Hartley's is flared down the right field line, and foul remains 1 and 2. So Junior Pena goes just 1 inning, allows no runs, 1 hit, no walks, and strikes out 2. 1 and 2 the count from Hartley to Oliveira. Grounder to the left side. Morgan Brown. No. Good effort. Fight fiercely, Harvard, but it's an infield single. This is not easy turf to slide on either. Slide on or dive on is running around with a great effort to keep it in the infield, but no way he's going to get Oliveira at that point. That's in there for strike 1 to Jose Paulino. Expos now up to 5 hits, all singles. Pop foul, and almost hit a bulb in the light tower there. Count will be 0 and 2. So Oliveira's now 1 for 2. Paulino 1 for 1 with his single, 2 outs back in the second against the starter. Won it. Hartley looks at first and comes home with it. And pop fly behind second and out of the reach of Piscatello. Takes a funny bounce off the turf, but running it all the way back into the infield as if he's one of my Diamond Dynasty opponents in MLB The Show is LeBreau. And I was looking at second for a moment. I was trying to figure out if they had actually called Oliveira out, but I guess they didn't. So because he got to second, took 1 step past second, then got back, and LeBreau threw it back, and I don't know if they tagged him out, but I guess as long as they didn't. So we continue on. First and second for Luvio. Down and in for ball 1. Luvio single his first time up. Nate Hartley making his 6th appearance of the season and no decisions, and is not allowed a run in 6 1/3 innings with 4 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Down the left field line, that is a fair ball. It'll get down to score at least 1. Thrown in from left field, throws a little off target, and it's bobbled as Hartley comes to get it in front of the Expos dugout. Everybody is safe. It is 2-1, and the tying run now 90 feet away. As I was saying, Hartley, no runs allowed in 6 1/3 innings this season, 4 hits, but 3 walks and 7 strikeouts, 1 hit batsman. But that changes with his first run allowed there on the RBI single by the number 9 hitter Luvio. He's now 2 for 2. Tying run now at third base as the lineup turns over for Taveras, who's trying to get in the hit column. Runner goes to second. It's a stolen base as Luvio was on the move with the pitch. So 1-0, and now the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Expos. One and one the count. 3 consecutive hits now for the Expos to bring home their first run of the ball game. Luvio with the RBI single. Breaking ball grounded to the right side. Elberry looks the runner back to third, and now they got the runner at second in a hot box between second and third. And now they got two runners at he's out. Inning was over anyways. Inning was over anyways. Tavares grounded out to first, 3 on assist, and then they got the run between second and third. Luvio in a hot box, and at that point, with Luvio and Paulino converging at third, no way out there for the Expos. The inning is over. The Expos get one. And after 4 complete, 2-1 Blue Sox.
Was that 2 or 3?
A double or triple play.
The first batter was out, so that only had to be a double.
Yeah, because it was already 1 out.
Yeah, so
They got 4 outs. There you go.
like 4 outs. Can we carry one over to the next inning? That's how this game works, right?
Might as well. Turn double plays so you have 2 outs every time.
We've had a double play that was almost a triple play, and then a double play that would have been a triple play if there wasn't already 1 out in the inning.
Wild.
A double play that was almost a triple play that would have resulted in a a noble tiger. 2 play is something completely different. That second out of that double play was a 2 play, though.
We were this close to two triple plays.
I know, right?
Think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's wild. Almost so close to 2 triple plays in the same inning. That's outside for ball 1 to Dylan Walsh. New pitcher for the Expos, by the way, is Saeed Ali. Ali's making his 2nd appearance of the season. He has no decisions and is grounded. Oh, look what I found. Ali underhands to first. 1 up, 1 down. His only appearance of the season was on July 18th against the Mad Dogs. Went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, and 1 hit batsman. So Walsh is now 0 for 2. And here's Anthony Piscatello making his first plate appearance of the ball game. Takes a strike. So we had a double play that was almost a triple play, like I said, and then a double play that would have been a triple play if the leadoff man hadn't been retired already. 0-2 the count to Piscatello. Little's night is done after going 1 for 1 with a single, a run scored, and a hit by pitch. High for ball 1. Piscatello, then Morgan Brown will get his first plate appearance. He's due up next. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and Piscatello is retired. He does not have a hit this season, in 8 games and 2 at-bats, but has drawn 3 walks and been hit by a pitch. So he's actually got an on-base percentage of .667 entering play tonight. But he strikes out there, 2 down, and here is the man from Harvard, Morgan Brown, the professor, taking over defensively for V. Desai at short, and he swings and misses for strike 1. Brown came to the Blue Sox after the Arlington Trojans folded and takes ball 1. That was several years ago. He's still going strong here in the ICL. Grounds this one to third, bobbled, but throw on to first. And an easy-peasy 1-2-3 inning for Saeed Ali. We are through 4.5, still 2-1 Blue Sox. Brown, by the way, before that ground out, entering play slashing 250, 400, 250. And this is his 4th game of the season. Last played on July 23rd against the Mad Dogs. And went 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk.
Rom?
Huh?
Rom?
Yeah. We're probably going to picture and meeting the rest of the way.
Okay. Anything else? Anything in the field, or that just Rom?
That's it.
All right.
New pitcher for the Blue Sox is the lefty Bram Rosario. Hard-throwing lefty in the former Pittsburgh Pirates farmhand, making his 4th appearance of the season. He is 1-1 with a 1.40 ERA, as that is down and in for ball 1. In 10 innings, has allowed 7 hits, 2 earned runs, with 6 walks and 17 strikeouts, and surrendered 1 home run. But right now he is behind Kepler Peralta, 2-0. Peralta 1 for 2 with a ground out to third in the first and a single and stolen base in the third, as that gets the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 to Peralta. Rosario has really been thrust into the fire of the ICL pennant race in his first 3 appearances with the Blue Sox, which have been 1 against the Chiefs and 2 against the Expos, as Peralta cannot believe that curveball for a strike. 3-2. Fastball, curveball primarily from Rosario. Does throw a change and a cut, he told me, as that is to the backstop for ball 4. So leadoff man aboard for the Expos here. It's only the 2nd time in 5 innings they've gotten the leadoff man on, and Here is Mazzoni. Up and in for ball one. The Expos grounded foul towards the Blue Sox dugout for strike one to even the count. Took the loss on July 20th against the Expos, going 4 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 8 strikeouts, surrendering 1 home run. And then on July 26th against the Expos, got the win in 5 innings, allowing 3 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Laced foul, and the count will be 1-2. So he's made, this is his 4th appearance of the season, and 3 of them have been in this, this little league park, which is, a tough test for a new pitcher to the ICL. This can, the way offenses can hit in this park can, knock your confidence down if you're a rookie, but, he's passed the test in his appearances at Maplewood this season. In 6 innings, a 1.17 ERA with only 3 hits allowed and 1 run, but 6 walks. That's the issue, though. 2-2 now. Breaking ball grounded. It's bobbled by Elberry. He'll step on first to retire Mazzoni, but Peralta gets to second. Peralta getting to second is the more important thing as far as the Expos are concerned here. And he's got the speed to come home. And maybe just a little blooper here, depending on what Paulino can do. So Mazzoni's now 1 for 3. Paulino 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to right. One and 0. Breaking ball waited on and taken down and away. 2-0. Ryan Cloutier due up next with this, couple of lefties back to back. Power hitting lefties too, and Mazzoni and Paulino. Good to have a lefty strikeout machine like Brahm here. Speaking of great left-handed pitchers in Blue Sox history, Tony Annino was in the house at LHS last week for the win that the Blue Sox got. Friday Night Lights on Rick DeAngelis' 75th birthday. Oh, did I say that out loud? Grounder to the right side. Elberry's got it. Thought it bounced off the heel of his glove for a moment there, but it's 2 down, and to third goes Peralta. And again, not being, you're not going to turn the double play on Peralta there the way that ground ball by Mazzoni was handled. So, if you are able to get Peralta on that play, then maybe you have a chance to turn 2 on that ball. But instead, tying run again, 90 feet away, and here is Cloutier down and in for ball 1. In the top of the 6th, the Blue Sox will have the heart of the order due up: Alvarez, Elberry, and LeBreau. This game means nothing in terms of the standings. Blue Sox, as this is what I was afraid of. To the backstop, throw to the plate. Not in time. The tying run scores. Again, the butterfly effect, right? Wild pitch allows the tying run to score. Peralta gets on with a walk. The ground ball by Mazzoni to first, mishandled by Elberry. He's only able to get the out at first. That gets Peralta to second. Paulino grounds out to the right side to first again to get him to third. And that's not the situation here. If you get him, if you get the lead runner at the ground ball or get a double play off the bat of Mazzoni, it works out for the Expos as the leadoff man gets aboard by way of the walk and then comes around to score on a wild pitch. Get him on, get him over, get him in. That's all you have to do in this game. Full count. Got the blood moon out there beyond right field. Cloutier going to howl towards it. We'll see. Ball 4, another walk. And now the go-ahead run is on base for Angelo Colucci, who, by the way, talk about his first home run in 5 years. It was off the man on the mound right now. So Colucci licking his chops. That is a fair ball. It's not going to be a home run, but it's another hit for Colucci. Off Rosario. Here comes the throw back in the infield. It's a double. Cloutier to third. Colucci, both of his extra base hits this season have come off of Brom Rosario. It'll be an interesting matchup in the postseason if they face each other. So here is Oliveira with the go-ahead run 90 feet away. That pitch goes to the backstop. Here's the throw. The Expos lead. Second wild pitch of the inning. So the walks come back to bite the Blue Sox. And now Colucci is at third as the Expos lead for the first time tonight. Oliveira 1 for 2, fly out to center the second, single run scored in the fourth. 3-0. Gonna say, I think it was that close to a swing. Rosario comes set. That's down in for ball 4. It's the third walk of the inning for Rosario. Rick DeAngelis looking down to foul territory to see if there's going to be, I believe that's Jean Carlos Ramirez getting warm down the right field line. Rosario, even with the high walk numbers he's had this season, he's still been very good, but this is really the game where he's been bitten. And it'll end up being his shortest outing of the season, too. Just 2/3 of an inning, allows 2 walks, 2 wild pitches, and a double. Both runs this inning scoring on wild pitches. He's still responsible for Colucci at third, and here comes Gene the pitching machine to try and get the Blue Sox out of this mess on the regular season finale. And I take that back. He's Rosario responsible for runs on first and third. Colucci and Oliveira. Jose Paulino Never mind. We're good. We're good. Sorry. I thought we lost power, but I lost power. Obviously, you can see the lights being on, but Ramirez blows strike one by Paulino. 0-1. A little bit of a panic moment there, folks. Again, I just thought the extended cord had been tripped or whatever, but Paulino 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Nearly gets hit. 1-1. I failed to realize that my own cable for my mic kind of nicked the volume control. Oh, that's embarrassing. 2-1 just off the outside edge. Only this bottom part of the lineup for the Expos has been giving the Blue Sox fits. They're so far 5 for 6 with a walk. The bottom 3 hitters, Oliveira, Paulino, and Luvio. Just missed the top of the zone. 3-1. Putting together Dan Metzdorf's line here. He's off the hook now. Would get a no decision now. Saeed Ali would be in line for the win. As Ramirez gets him to fly this one into right field, and LeBro hauls it in for the out. That retires the side, and the Expos take the lead. 2 runs, 1 hit, both runs coming in on wild pitches. We are through 5. The Expos lead for the first time tonight, 3-2.
Thank you so much, Katrina, for clarifying the definitions of opaque and transparent for me. Love you, dear. How's Tina doing?
Ali back out there for his second inning of work, and he will face Alvarez, Elberry, and LeBro. So the Expos leading for the first time tonight. Does the back and forth dance in this regular season series continue, or can the Blue Sox rally and win a second consecutive game against the Expos? First, Alvarez steps out. On the outside corner for strike one. Alvarez 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to left so far. Fouls that one off for strike 2. 1-2. 0-2 rather. Again, the Blue Sox are the only team to hand the Expos multiple defeats this season. And a swing and a miss at a pitch away for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Julian Alvarez, 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 6th as he gives some advice to Elberry as he settles in. Reached on a fielder's choice, which brought home the Blue Sox first run all the way back in the first inning. Then flied out to center. In the third, he is 0 for 2. I got the line for you on Metzdorf in just a moment. So again, Metzdorf is going to get a no decision. He goes the first 4 innings, allows 2 runs on 4 hits with 4 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 1 wild pitch, and 4 Ks. Three and 0 the count to Elberry, trying to get on base. Blue Sox had the leadoff man of the first, the second, and the fourth. And now it's a 4-pitch walk to Elberry. The tying run on. And here is Eric LeBreau. Eric is 1 for 2, struck out swing in the first, single, then scored the second Blue Sox run in the fourth as he takes strike 1, as Salitro is able to beat out the would-be inning-ending triple play with the bases loaded and nobody out. 1-1. Again, the 4th inning, we were so close to having triple plays turned by both sides. Blue Sox didn't need to turn a triple play when they turned their double play because the first batter had been retired in that inning, but it was just set up such that, you know, he essentially got 4 outs in the inning. But that would be a brutal noble tiger if the Blue Sox didn't get anything. That bases loaded, nobody out situation. In the fourth, that'll go to the backstop. That almost hit LeBreau. 3-1. We saw earlier this week how a late hit by pitch call actually benefited the Blue Sox opponents, but of course there was a walk-off hit by pitch for the Blue Sox as well against the Americans. 3-1. And that's down and in for ball 4, so it'll be first and second with 1 out anyway. So Ali gets Alvarez swinging on 3 pitches, but issues back-to-back walks to Elberry and LeBreau. And now Aiden Driscoll is going to bat for the first time. After Auger went 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. Driscoll comes up empty for strike 1. Driscoll is 3 for 15 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs, and 1 walk this season. Ali delivers, grounded up the middle, and it's bobbled at short. They flip to second. Did they get him? I don't think they got anyone. E6. Fielder's choice. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. And Junior Barber to the plate. Barber takes on the outside corner, strike 1. That looks to be about the right spot for a strike call. I think maybe Barber thought it was just a little bit off the plate, but obviously you need every call you can get if you're trying to mount a comeback. Again, Barber 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Up and away, ball 1. Luvio able to, that one going to the backstop, but again, short backstop, anything straight back is going to be hard to score on. He needs stuff to go to the side here if he's going to spike one to try and make a break for it. But Barber Comes up empty there, and it is 1-2. Nick Salitro is due up next. Saeed with the arm dangling, bent over looking for the sign from Luvio. 1-2. Popped up, foul, but that is going to get out of play. Elberry at third, LeBreau at second, Driscoll at first. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Barber down on strikes for the second time, and it is up to Nick Salitro, who was able to beat out the relay to first on what would have been a 5-4-3 triple play and get the Blue Sox their second run of the game. Again, but you know, the way that play was fielded, if Salitro's coming out of the right-handed batter's box, no way he's beating that out. So bang play, and now we're going to have a pitching change for the Expos. So Ali, in line for the win, now departs, responsible for the 3 runners on base. Brendan, who you got? Thank you. So Josh Roberge is going to take over on the mound. Roberge is making his 3rd appearance of the season. He is 2-0 with a 1.17 ERA. In 6 innings of work, he's allowed 3 hits, 1 run with 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and hit 1 batter. He got a 5-inning win against the Mad Dogs on July 14th, allowing 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And then a win against the Americans on the 28th, going 1 inning with no hits or runs allowed, no walks, and 2 Ks. So Roberge, the 3rd pitcher of the night, for the Expos, trying to keep the Blue Sox off the board here in the top of the 6th. And Rick DeAngelis hoping that Salitro can, I guess in a way, bring home another run, right? Not sure if he gets credit for an RBI beating out a would-be triple play. Reaching out. So, I mean, it's a double play. Does he not get credit for an RBI in that situation? I'll have to check with Bruce. But anyways, big spot here. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and Roberge to face Salitro. Down and in for ball 1. Only goes 1 2/3 innings. Taken for strike 1. 1-1. Only didn't allow a hit. Walked 2, allowed 1 guy to reach on an error. 2-1. Struck out 3. Roberge delivers. Grounded, foul. 2-2. The bottom of the sixth, the Expos will have Luvio, Tavares, and Peralta due up. Roberge trying to preserve this 3-2 lead. Glove covering his face here. Comes set and time granted to Salitro. Against Elberry at third, LeBro at second, Driscoll at first. 2-2. Grounded foul again. And time called, and now Luvio's going to go out and have a word with Roberge. The Expos out hitting the Blue Sox right now, 8-4, leading 3-2 in the run column. Grounded foul again. Blue Sox have been buoyed by 6 walks, 4 issued by Metzdorf and 2 issued by Ali. Roberge comes set. The pitch. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. Salitro goes down on strikes. The Blue Sox take 3 Ks in the top of the 6th and leave the bases loaded. We're through 5 1/2, 3-2 Expos.
New catcher.
Who is it?
Junior Barber.
Ball 1 to Dylan Luvio to begin the bottom of the 6th. Giancarlos Ramirez still out there. As it is now 1-1, that's fouled off. Junior Barber is now behind the plate as Kulfa. Leadoff man aboard on a hit by pitch for the Expos. Barber now behind the plate, and Luvio's had a perfect day at the plate, 2 for 2. Doing an RBI single his last time up, and now a hit by pitch. Here is Tavares. 0 for 3 out of the leadoff spot, hoping to change that here. Up and in for ball 1. Blue Sox led this game 2-0, but really had the chance to make it much wider gap than that in the fourth when they loaded the bases with nobody out. But then a ground ball by Salitro placed perfectly at third to Kebler Peralta as that's fouled off for strike one. Resulted in a force out at third. Peralta tagging that bag, then going to second for the second out. And they almost tripled up Salitro, but he beat it out. And that's what brought home the second run for the Blue Sox. Eric LeBreau, but that was back in the fourth. And then the Expos got one in the fourth and two in the fifth, thanks to a couple of walks and a couple of wild pitches, as this is into left field for a base hit by Taveras. So the first two on with nobody out for the Expos. Couple of walks and some couple of ground balls to the right side. Were able to get Peralta to third, and then he came to score on a wild pitch. And then Cloutier scored after walking and getting to third on Colucci's double, and then scoring on a wild pitch. So first and second, nobody out. It's the first time tonight that the Expos have gotten the first two men on in an inning. Here is Peralta. 1 for 2. Ball one. Peralta ground out to third in the first. Singled and stole second in the third. Walked and scored the tying run in the fifth. That will get to the backstop. The count is now 2-0, and there are two runners in scoring position. Again, with nobody out, and the wheels, I don't know, are they coming off here for the Blue Sox? Again, it's the regular season finale. Nothing at stake here in terms of postseason seeding, but, you know, a win here for the Blue Sox tonight against the Expos can give them a good deal of confidence, because remember the Blue Sox were 1-4 against the Chiefs this year, with the only win being that 20-3 blowout in their first meeting. If the Blue Sox win this game, they'd be 3-2 against the Expos this season. They would have handed them 3 of the Expos, I guess, 6 losses down the right field line. That is a foul ball, kind of a late call by Sammy Steve, but it is strike one. But the Blue Sox have already handed the Expos 2 of their 5 losses. To say they've put 3 of their 6 on them, that would send a message, you know, to the rest of the teams, like, hey, this is what we did against them. Why can't you, huh? And that's going to bounce off of Barber's mitt. A passed ball will allow a run to score. Swing and a miss. Something wrong with Barber's mitt here. That one popped out of his glove and trickled in front of home plate. And that's low for ball 4. So runners at the corners now. Still nobody out, a run already home. And here's Mazzoni. 1 for 3, single in the first, strikeout swinging in the third, and a ground out to first in the fifth. Breaking ball misses high for ball 1. That ground out by Mazzoni last inning, by the way. That's an important one because it was a ground ball to first. Elberry bobbled at first. If he handles it cleanly, he has a chance at turning two, at the very least getting the lead runner in that inning, Peralta. That's low, it's 2-0. And the way the rest of that inning played out, don't know if you necessarily get Mazzoni home the way that inning played out, but remember, you got Colucci with a double. Hard to say how different that inning plays out if you get Peralta rather than Mazzoni, but definitely easy to see that, that is a generous strike call, 2-1. But it's definitely easy to see how that inning plays out if they get the double play on that grounder. That inning is over, and the Expos don't tie or take the lead in that inning. 3-1. Paulino due up next. Instead, Expos took the lead, and now here they are extending that lead to 4-2. Still nobody out, and a 3-1 count to one of the most dangerous hitters in the ICL. Runner goes from first, fouled off, full count. The Expos have beaten the Blue Sox have beaten the Expos twice. Then the Chiefs, Americans, and Mad Dogs each have one win against the Expos, but that's it. They've been world beaters this year. Fouled off at the plate. Bulldogs got absolutely ranched by these guys. 5-0 sweep by the Expos, but 4-1 against everyone else. But the Blue Sox, even on a down year, by their standards for sure, still able to hang tough with the Expos, one of the best teams. Not just in the ICL, one of the best organizations on the Boston Amateur Baseball circuit. Cleaning house in the Yankee League and the CABL as well. It is important to note, though, with Mazzoni still battling here in a game that, again, I know I've worn out at this point. This game doesn't mean anything in terms of the standings, but if you're Mazzoni, why would you keep battling this hard? This game doesn't mean anything. You're up 2. It's the bottom of the 6th. Don't want to get yourself hurt, right? For the playoffs. Well, hard to get hurt taking a walk there. So the bases are loaded with nobody out, and both these teams will get some time to rest before their first playoff game. Barber going out to have a word with Ramirez. So far this inning we've had a hit by pitch, a single, and now back-to-back walks. And here is Leon Paulino trying to see if there's anyone warming for the Blue Sox. Can't tell from my angle. I don't think so, but Paulino takes strike 1 on the inside corner. He is 0 for 2 with a walk, a fly out to right, and a ground out to first. Everyone in the Expos lineup has reached base at least once tonight via a hit or a walk. No fielder's choices to speak of for the only way they've gotten on tonight. 1-1. Meanwhile, for the Blue Sox, Ernie Little, single hit by pitch. Desai picked up a walk. Alvarez has a hit. Elberry has a walk. Single and a walk for LeBreau. Auger had a walk and a single, but Driscoll only reached on an error. It's popped foul. Barber's walked. Salitro's walked, but Acosta and Walsh at the bottom of the lineup are both 0 for 2, and they're going to be the first two batters at the top of the 7th. Then Piscatello. 2-2. Just a little too high there. And thank you again, Katrina, for clarifying the difference, clarifying that transparent and opaque are the opposites I was thinking of. I thought it was, but I couldn't anyways, full count. Yeah, ding back to our discussion about the new wall on the fence, on the outfield fence at center field. It was installed a couple years ago to prevent the blinding lights from cars that we've seen hold up the game a couple times tonight here. Some of the balls that the Blue Sox have hit tonight have been sound really good off the bat. And you think, they're seeing it good. But those were off of Metzdorf, especially the ones off the bats of Alvarez and Elberry in the third. Take advantage of those. Ball 4. Ramirez can't believe it. Another run comes home. Oh, that looked like a real good spot, but it is 5-2. As Paulino picks up an RBI on the bases loaded walk. Man, that looked like it was right on the edge of the plate. I didn't think it was that borderline. Ball 1 to Cloutier. Paulino picks up the RBI. Still nobody out here in the inning. It's the third walk. And that's into left field for a base hit. One run's going to score. Everyone else is going to go station to station. Cloutier with the RBI single. 6-2. And Rick DeAngelis going out to the mound and wait, stay in the car? What? Oh. Huh? Oh, DJ's going to pitch. Oh, this should be interesting. Now, we know both DJ and John Carlos can hit. Don't hurt yourself during your warm-ups, DJ. Come on. Looks like a quick and easy delivery he's got. He's going to have to get 3 whole outs here with the bases loaded to prevent this one from prevent the dam from really bursting here. Going into the Blue Sox archives here. I'm pretty sure DJ has pitched for us in the past. Let's kind of find the right page. I feel like he has anyways. I might be wrong. Sometimes you just need a fresh arm to ramp things up again. Here's Colucci. Double his last time up. 1 for 3. Strike 2. I'm sure if Colucci could face Braum every at-bat, he would be very happy. But he's behind 0-2 here. Goes to the backstop, but thrown so hard that easy cleanup for Junior. Count will be 1-2, and no advance by the runners. It's Mazzoni at third, Paulino at second, and Cloutier at first on a 1-2 pitch with nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. Fouled straight back. See, here's the thing, though. You know, it's not like John Carlos was throwing everything to the backstop this inning. He got a few back to 2 strikes, but just couldn't put them away. And I don't know. I think he got squeezed. Maybe the pitcher's gotten squeezed a couple times. That'll happen every game. You know, it's part of the game, unfortunately. But how do you respond is a question. And now that ricochets to first base, and everyone's going to score. Everyone's going to advance. Everyone's going to score, right? Mazzoni scores. Everyone else is going to advance. But again, these funny bounces that they can take, especially like we've got the wooden block here. You know, but that's not enough. That hit metal too. That hit one of the metal posts as part of this backstop here. So it's 7-2. Another run scores on a wild pitch for the Expos, and now Colucci fouls that one off. 2-2, runners at second and third, still nobody out in the inning. That is the third run tonight for the Expos that's scored on a wild pitch. And 2 in the fifth that gave the Expos the lead. Boy, the Expos just making pitching impossible here as the game has progressed. Fouling off everything and then just able to lay off pitches and take their base and keep the conveyor belt moving. Ball 3. No doubt about that call, certainly, but it can be incredibly frustrating as a pitching staff. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike, throw down to first to complete the strikeout on Colucci. DJ Johnson gets the first out of the bottom of the sixth on a swing and miss by Colucci. He is 1 for 4. I'm sorry, Angelo, I don't know the magic words. It just happened once with Ross. No, in Angelo's case, the magic words are now pitching for the Blue Sox, Bram Rosario. Nothing to do with any other opponent or any other ballpark. Here's Oliveira. Sometimes you just got to let it fly. Quick pitch, all right. Oh, man. Hey, remember the 20-3 game? Andrew Caulfield got a strikeout in his first ever pitching appearance. That goes to the backstop, but no advance by the runners. Their pitching appearance. Chiefs, anyways. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Paulino at third, Cloutier at second. Fastball up and away, 3-2. By the way, Ali's still in line for the win, and Roberge would actually get a save if the Expos hang on here because he came in when it was just a 1-run game last inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 with Paulino getting about almost halfway down the line at third. And you try to induce a balk from DJ. And here is Jose Paulino as he takes strike one. I will say this, though. The dugout's having some lively banter just a bit outside. 1-1. Oh, man. Was DJ laughing so hard that he let it go? Was that what's going on because he's got all the crosstalk coming from both sides? Is that what's going on? I'm trying to, basically. Everybody shut up. Let them concentrate. Both teams. 2-1 to Jose Paulino. 2 for 3, 2 singles. Will fly out to right. Swing and a miss. 2-2. And now the banter resumes, right?
Right here, no pitch. 2-2.
Let's go, DJ.
Eso como no te caiga.
Submit.
Ay.
All right, so some heads-up base running, I guess, by Paulino at third is going to allow him to score a run. Blue Sox thought time was called on the walk, but I guess not. So 8-2. Here's Luvio, who got this party started getting hit by a pitch as the Expos have batted around. I mean, it's play-by-play, right, when you got the trash talk.
Let's go, DJ.
Was talking earlier about the Blue Sox being buoyed by walks from the Expos. I mean, Matsdorf and Ali allowed 6 walks in 5 2/3 innings, but been 5 walks in this inning alone by Ramirez and Johnson, as that's in there for a strike. Taveras to bat for the second time in the inning. Well, we got 2-1, Sammy? All right. 2-2 the count to Tavares. He has one of only 2 hits this inning. 5 walks and hit batsman. This is into center field. Alvarez going back. He didn't catch it. These 2 runs are going to score. Here comes a third. And it's a bases clearing double for Tavares. And that is only the second extra base hit of the game. And now the throw comes back in away from Barber, but time's been called now. Rick DeAngelis going out to the mound. Oh, who we got? Who's going to pitch now, huh? It's 11-2. Well, I don't know. It's tough, you know. It's just turned to a laugher here late. 8 runs allowed by the Blue Sox in the inning, and so Brian Acosta is gonna pitch. Position player pitching alert. So 3-run double for Tavares. He was 0 for 3 through the first 4 innings and 3 plate appearances. And now in this inning alone, 2 for 2 with a single, a double, a run scored, and 3 ribbies. So the Blue Sox, you know, they won 5 in a row coming into tonight to get 2 games over 500 for the first time this season since they were 3-1. And now they come in here tonight, you know, they end up being, let me just make sure I'm doing the math right here. Yeah, 7 outs away from a 6th consecutive win and a season series win against the Expos, but it's all unraveled here. 7 outs away and could not put away the Expos there in the 5th. They took the lead. Now they've just blown it open here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1 the count to Peralta. That's upstairs for ball 1. I mean, yeah, sometimes you got to let, guys who can maybe zing it, try and blow past you, get the guys a little amped up. Hey, maybe you're, going to lose this game, but you can get a little, fun out of it. But I don't know how much fun this inning has been after how the Blue Sox had come together the last 5 games. 3 games under 500 with 6 to go. They rattle off 5 in a row, but now here they are 3 outs away from being blown out in the regular season finale. Breaking ball by Bryan, up and away for ball 2. 2-2. As Peralta is the 12th man to bat in the inning for the Expos. Mazzoni still in the on-deck circle. As Acosta comes set, and the 2-2 on the outside corner for strike 3 called, and the side is retired. The Expos come away with 8 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. I believe that's the biggest offensive inning the Blue Sox have allowed this season, and we go to the top of the 7th. Closing time for the Expos, up 11-2. So as we go to the top of the 7th, and Brian Acosta just got his first Intercity League strikeout on the mound. Steps to the plate. We'll let you know this is in fact the first time the Blue Sox have allowed double-digit runs in a game, and we talk about the Blue Sox getting hot at the right time. Take a look at the Expos on the precipice of their 5th straight win to close out the season, as it is Roberge still out there to try and finish this one off. And remember, Roberge is in a line for a save here because he came into this game and it was still 3-2 in the top of the 6th. But since the Blue Sox beat the Expos 8-2 on Wednesday the 26th, as this is fouled off for strike one, which is the first game of this Blue Sox winning streak. The second game of this Blue Sox winning streak, the first one being the walk-off over the Expos. Take a look at these. Take a look at these scores that the Expos have rattled off since. It's 1-1. Ready? Expos 5, Chiefs 3. Expos 8, Americans 4. Expos 18, Chiefs 7. Expos 8, Bulldogs 7. Now, a couple of those close games, especially the one against the Bulldogs last night, well, that might be cause for concern, but hey, best way to wash that taste out of your mouth is with a big win over the team you have faced in the ICL Championship Series each of the last 2 years and dethroned last year. As Acosta's down on strikes for the second time, he's 0 for 3. And here is Walsh, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to first. But the Expos offense, the larger factor here is the Expos offense, getting hot at the right time. Since, the game before the 8-2 Blue Sox win, the Expos beat the Blue Sox only 3-0. So since then, the Expos have scored 26, 37, 45, 50 runs in their last 5 games, outscoring their opposition 37-16 the last 3. So a lot of high-scoring games. And for a team that's got the presumptive ICL pitcher of the year, that strike 3 called on Dylan Walsh in Nick Johnson, I mean, no guarantee that you're going to breeze through the playoffs. I mean, even that 18-7 win that the Expos picked up over the Chiefs, that was a game. Well, that was a game Dan Shaw threw a complete game. Shaw on the season has been pretty good though. He's 3-1 with a 1.71 ERA. So you got some great pitching, but they're not invincible. You got to remind yourself that even if you do have your back against the wall in a short series, best of 3 semis or a best of 5 championship series against them, that's how far they get. Anthony Piscatell at the plate for the second time, struck out his first time. He's got 2 strikes. That's going to be a strikeout if they complete it, and they do. Strong throw from next to his dugout for the final out to complete the strikeout. Giannis Cazada behind the plate there for that final out. And the Expos win. They finish the season at 20-5, the only team in the ICL to win 20 games in the regular season this year. The Blue Sox finished the season at 13-12. Their 5-game winning streak is snapped. The time of the game was 2 hours and 26 minutes. The winning pitcher is Saeed Ali, and he is, Ali is now 1-0. The losing pitcher is Bram Rosario. He is 1-2. The save goes to Josh Roberge. It's his first. I'm not going to bother with the final totals with a kind of a messy 6th inning there, but every batter for the Expos reached base at least once. Colucci with a double was the only one to get on base exactly once. Everybody else got on base at least twice. Taveras with a single and a double and 3 RBIs and a run scored in the eight-run sixth inning that clinches the victory for the Expos. So again, nothing. This result changes nothing in terms of the playoff seeding, the playoff picture at all. Season's over. Expos 20-5. Blue Sox 13-12. It'll be the Expos taking on the winner of the 4-5 play-in game between the Americans and the Mad Dogs. That game is Sunday night at Morelli. First pitch 7:45. The Blue Sox will face the Chiefs in the best of three semifinals. First game, assumably, will be at Maplewood, but the schedule hasn't been posed because, remember, obviously the Expos called Maplewood home, too. One idea that's been floated is that one series begins Monday at Maplewood, and then the second series begins Tuesday at Maplewood. We'll see how it plays out, but it'll be the Expos and the 4-5 winner in one semi, and the Blue Sox and the Chiefs, with the Chiefs having home field advantage in that series in the other semi. The Blue Sox, it took them until game 24 of 25 to get back to 2 games over 500. It has been a challenging season, to say the least, for Rick DeAngelis' club. One of the most challenging seasons in the club's history. But they've been the 3 seed before. They've come back to win with their backs against the wall before. Rick DeAngelis, this team isn't about to celebrate 30 years in operation for no reason, and looking for, banner 18, I should say, hopefully a 17th ICL championship plus the Pete Frady's Dave Ahern Cup during the COVID year. So banner 18, are the Blue Sox going to do the banner 18 boogie? Tune in starting next week and find out. Thanks for watching this presentation of Lexington Blue Sox Baseball here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network on YouTube. Next broadcast to be determined. Check InterCityLeagueBaseball.com for the ICL playoff schedule. And be sure to follow and support the Blue Sox in the ICL by subscribing to this here YouTube channel and following us on Twitter, X, whatever it's called now, Instagram, Facebook, and InterCityLeagueBaseball.com. Again, subscribe. Once again, the final score from Maplewood Park at Malden Catholic in Malden, Mass. It is the Sabertooth Expos 11 and the Lexington Blue Sox 2. For all my variety friends here at Malden Catholic, my name is Sam Feely. Thanks for tuning in. Love you, Katrina. Party hard, Caitlin.